Have you ever wondered how a simple act of kindness can transform a community? Imagine a world where every gesture of goodwill echoes through the hearts and minds of each individual, creating waves of positivity that reach far beyond the initial act. Kindness, in its essence, is a powerful catalyst for social change. Whether it's helping an elderly neighbor with groceries or a smile to a stranger, these actions weave a fabric of empathy and understanding that strengthens the ties within a community. Acts of kindness don't just benefit the recipients, they enrich the lives of the givers too. The joy of helping others can elevate one's sense of purpose and connection, fostering a healthier, more cohesive society. Every small deed contributes to a larger narrative of compassion and resilience, encouraging others to pay it forward and keep the cycle of generosity alive. Indeed, kindness can start a ripple effect that touches countless lives. But why do people choose to write letters to the editor about these acts of kindness? Well, let's dive into the heart of this gesture. When someone takes the time to write about a moment of kindness, they're doing more than just recounting a pleasant experience. They're participating in a form of storytelling that has the power to uplift and inspire entire communities. You see, these letters aren't merely messages, they're sparks that ignite a larger conversation about the good that surrounds us, often overshadowed by the hustle and bustle of daily life. Experts in psychology have weighed in on this phenomenon, noting that sharing positive experiences can significantly boost one's sense of well-being. Dr. Linda Silverman, a psychologist specializing in community behavior, mentions, when individuals share their stories of kindness, they are essentially reinforcing their own positive emotions and simultaneously spreading that positivity to others. It's a reciprocal relationship that enhances connectedness among people. This sense of connectedness is crucial. In a world where individualism often takes the front seat, actions that foster a sense of community are indispensable. Writing about kindness pulls us into a collective narrative, one where empathy, compassion, and support are the main characters. It reminds us that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. Moreover, these narratives of kindness serve as a gentle reminder of the humanity that exists in every corner of our society. They challenge the cynicism that can creep into our worldview and replace it with a renewed sense of hope and trust in others. It's about highlighting the everyday heroes who might otherwise go unnoticed, giving them the recognition they deserve and setting a powerful example for others to follow. Ultimately, the motivation to write about acts of kindness stems from a desire to contribute to a culture of kindness. Each letter sent to a newspaper editor is a declaration that kindness matters and that it deserves a spotlight. Sharing these stories isn't just about spreading good news, it's about building a community of care and empathy. Recognition plays a crucial role in encouraging kindness, but how? When someone's good deed is highlighted in a newspaper, it's not just an article, it becomes a beacon of inspiration. Public acknowledgement serves as a powerful validation for those who perform acts of kindness, often motivating them to continue their benevolent acts. Moreover, it sets a compelling example for others to follow. Imagine this: a person helps rebuild a neighbor's fence after a storm. It's a simple act, yet when this story is shared through the media, it transcends the immediate context. Readers are not only moved, but are also inspired to engage in similar acts of kindness. This is the essence of social reinforcement, where positive behaviors are encouraged and multiplied through recognition. Furthermore, the impact of public acknowledgement extends beyond the individual. It fosters a community spirit, reinforcing the idea that kindness is valued and essential. This collective awareness can shift cultural norms, making communities more empathetic and supportive. In a world where negative news often dominates, stories of kindness are like rays of sunshine piercing through clouds. They remind us of the goodness that exists and encourage us to contribute positively. Each story of kindness, once recognized, has the potential to inspire countless others, creating a domino effect of goodwill. When kindness gets recognized, it doesn't just validate the act, it inspires a chain reaction. From a psychological perspective, what drives someone to write about kindness? It's not just a simple act of communication, but a profound reflection of human behavior and motivation. Let's delve deeper into the psychological underpinnings that inspire individuals to share stories of kindness through written words. Firstly, the desire for positive identity construction plays a crucial role. When people write about acts of kindness, they are often aligning themselves with the values they cherish. By acknowledging and promoting kindness, they are crafting an identity that is compassionate and empathetic. This form of self-expression helps solidify their self-concept as someone who values and encourages benevolent actions. Another significant motivator is the need for belonging. Writing about kindness can be a way to connect with a community that shares similar values. It reinforces social bonds and creates a sense of unity. When someone highlights acts of kindness in a public forum like a newspaper, it invites others to resonate with these values, fostering a community spirit that thrives on mutual respect and understanding. Furthermore, the effects of witnessing altruism are profound. Psychological studies suggest that observing acts of kindness can trigger a phenomenon known as moral elevation. This is a state where witnessing virtuous acts uplifts individuals and motivates them to perform good deeds themselves. Therefore, when someone writes about these acts, they are potentially multiplying the impact of the original kindness, inspiring others to contribute positively to society. Theories like the helper's high, a term coined by psychologists, explain how engaging in acts of kindness can release endorphins in the brain, creating a euphoric feeling similar to a physical workout. This biological response can also occur when one shares stories of kindness, reinforcing the behavior both in the writer and the readers. It turns out, our brains are wired to not only perform acts of kindness, but also to celebrate them. Through understanding these psychological motivations, we can appreciate why someone might be moved to write about kindness, contributing to a cycle of positivity that benefits us all. Let's hear some real-life impacts of these letters on both writers and readers. Imagine a woman named Emily, a nurse who often works long shifts at a local hospital. One morning, while sipping her coffee and flipping through the newspaper, she stumbled upon a letter praising a nurse for her patience and care. The letter wasn't about her specifically, but Emily felt seen and appreciated. This small recognition in print reminded her why she chose her profession. It wasn't just a job, it was about making a difference, one patient at a time. Inspired, Emily started her shift with renewed vigor, determined to spread that same kindness to her patients. Then there's Mark, a high school teacher in a bustling city. He wrote a letter to the editor after witnessing a teenager help an elderly man cross a busy street. This moment of pure, unasked-for kindness moved him deeply. Mark shared his experience, hoping to remind his community of the goodness that thrives among them. After his letter was published, several students approached him, excited to share their own stories of kindness. This single letter sparked a wave of positivity and awareness among the youth, encouraging them to act kindly without expecting anything in return. And we cannot forget Sarah, who read a letter about a small act of kindness that happened in a grocery store. The story was simple. Someone had anonymously paid for a mother's groceries when her card was declined. This gesture of kindness resonated with Sarah, who had faced financial struggles herself. Motivated by this, she started a local group that focuses on random acts of kindness. What began as a small initiative has grown into a community-wide movement, bringing people together to support one another in times of need. These stories vividly show that words have the power to heal, connect, and inspire. Through the simple act of sharing and celebrating kindness, these letters not only acknowledge good deeds, but also multiply them, fostering a community that values empathy and compassion. Reflecting on everything we've discussed, what can we take away about the motivations behind writing these letters? Well, it's clear that these acts of putting pen to paper are far more than mere gestures. They are profound acknowledgments of the goodness that thrives in our community. When someone decides to write a letter to the editor highlighting an act of kindness, they're not just sharing a story, they are amplifying the very essence of compassion and encouragement. This action serves a dual purpose. Psychologically, it brings immense satisfaction to the writer, knowing they are spotlighting virtue and potentially inspiring others. It's a cathartic expression that reinforces their own values and the values they admire in others. Socially, these letters create a ripple effect. Each story of kindness can motivate others, sparking a chain reaction of good deeds. The recognition of one simple act can galvanize an entire community towards greater empathy and action. This is not just about feeling good, it's about creating a tangible impact, fostering a culture where kindness is noticed, appreciated, and reciprocated. Moreover, every letter acts as a mirror, reflecting the kind of society we aspire to be. One where acts of kindness are not just performed but are celebrated and become the norm. These narratives help paint a picture of a community that cares and acts, influencing not just the present but shaping the attitudes of future generations. Each letter written is not just a message in a newspaper, it's a beacon of humanity, calling us all to act and appreciate the good in our world.